one reason why we can say Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
What's up?
Is that he never been to a Game 7, and anytime he went to a championship, he won it. And that it means a lot.
What does that mean?
It means that when it matters the most, Jordan is able to capitalize.
Or he had a great team.
I mean, he also had a great team, but I mean, if we're talking, we never talk about the teams in a GOAT argument. So like, we can't just move it now and say.
What do you mean?
So LeBron James didn't have any great teams when he won his rings?
He did.
Okay.
And some of them.
So, but you didn't mention any of those.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. I mean, so him never going to Game 7. Like, so what?
That matters, though.
Why does that matter?
Because a lot of people get to the championship and don't win it. He wins it. Yeah.
By not going to Game 7.
Come here, man.
Yes.
Come here, man.
What does that have to do with anything?
Come here.
All right.
Now y'all keep it going.
Continue.
No, but I'm gonna just I'm gonna read some of Michael Jordan's accomplishments.
Okay.
Hey, y'all introduce this dude.
What up, Carter? What up, Carter?
Now Carter introduce himself.
What's happening, baby? Y'all know what time it is.
All right.
So let me just read just a little, just a taste of Michael Jordan's accomplishments.
Okay.
Because we all talk, like, one good point you made was we act like Michael Jordan only played 6 years. You know what I mean? Here's a brief list. So he won Rookie of the Year, 5-time NBA MVP, 6-time NBA champ, 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 10-time All NBA First Team.
He got the stats.
9-time NBA All Defense First Team, Defensive Player of the Year, 14-time NBA All Star, 3-time NBA All Star MVP. 50th anniversary all-time team.
Talk about it.
10 scoring titles. One of the most interesting things, and these were just a fraction of his accomplishments.
I like it.
He averaged the most points when he retired, which is 30.1 points a game.
Okay.
Which has never been done before.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're not going to act like Jordan doesn't deserve this GOAT title now. Is he the GOAT? That's up for debate.
And that's what we're doing. We're debating. I mean, that's the whole point.
You know what I mean? But there is just a small argument for
there's an argument. Of course, there's a huge argument for MJ. There's a huge argument for LeBron too. That's why it's an argument. Right. If it was cut and dry, there would be no argument. There would be no argument. Nah. Because Lalo over there making faces. Now you making faces. You making faces. What's up?
Okay, I'm gonna just say this. So my point is, real quickly, is we got eras, right? Eras.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
And I think LeBron would have been a good player in Jordan's era? I think so. You can't take away the size. You can't take away the mentality that he ended up developing when he got to Miami. You can't take away none of that. But this era is a little softer.
Son, are you serious? Listen. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk.
It's without a doubt that this era is softer than what it was. Man, they almost got the wide receiver rules from the NFL in this joint. You can't check, you can't tell. Man, they were downright almost punching cats back in the day.
Not as often as you like to think they were. No, don't be trying. Okay. Not as often as you think they were.
Talk to me what you mean.
Son, this is what I'm saying, right? So when we talk about 90s basketball and everything, we like to make it seem that anytime somebody went in the lane, they got shot, they got stabbed, they got closed, and that was not the case. Did that happen? No. Did it happen? Yes, it happened. Did it happen as often as we say it does? No, it did not. It did not happen nearly as often as we say that.
I hope you talk about them flopping this new era.
They didn't flop back then. They didn't flop back then.
Not as much as they do now.
They still flopped. It just wasn't called flopping. They still flopped. Jordan flopped back then. What are you talking about?
Wait a second. The fact
players are getting fined for flopping.
The fact that we got
because they try to curb it now. But go ahead.
The fact that we got centers shooting 3-pointers now, I think that takes the cake for me. My point is there were roles. There was more structure. You know what I mean? Now it's just willy-nilly what you got, who you got, or you came out of here, you came out of there. And like there's not a lot of structure like it was back in the day when it came to like actual ball playing.
Right.
And you can't take that. You can't take that.
Hold up. Let me address that, right? Because you said that would LeBron have been a good player back in Jordan's era? Yes.
Yeah.
Son, LeBron would have been dominating in Jordan's era. He would have been. So you talking about handshakes are gonna stop LeBron?
Yes. Are you serious? Yes, Mr.
Listen.
He was checking his pulse when he came out the lane.
Back in Jordan's era, it was 1-on-1. 1-on-1. Who stopped LeBron 1-on-1? Who stopped LeBron James with 1-on-1?
The team. Come on, man. Are you serious?
Hold up. Let's talk X's and O's.
The bad boys from Detroit, man, they would have had LeBron's head, bro.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
You think so? Look, Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
Isaiah Thomas.
No. I'll give you one thing. The power forwards in Jordan's day were way more dominant than these little. I don't even know if you can call them power forwards nowadays. These wasn't no little stretch threes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? These were Barkley.
All right, take this out though. All right, take this out. Let me squash that whole argument.
Okay.
Muggsy Bogues played 14 seasons in that era.
Muggsy Bogues. 5'8" Muggsy Bogues
played 14 seasons in that era.
Muggsy Bogues was a monster.
But we're not talking about LeBron's stature, bro. We're not talking about LeBron's stature.
No. You're saying that he couldn't play in that era because he's too soft. Come on, man.
Let's talk X's and O's. Let's talk
X's and O's.
All right. So the high screen pick and roll, right? When a person does a high screen pick and roll right now, it is almost impossible for the defender to go over the screen because it's always a foul called nowadays. These people used to.
So are they fouling him?
No. Have you seen some of the calls they be calling now? You can't even go over this. You can't even play any. It's like foul. Okay, let's do another thing.
Because they be moving.
When somebody do a pump fake.
You can't have a moving screen.
When somebody do a pump fake, right? Mm-hmm. When somebody do a pump fake, literally the defender has to jump up, turn to the side because that foul is almost always getting called.
Right, because they jump it. But the league is trying to address that though. But the league is trying to address that.
Now I can give you one player that would have contained LeBron.
Who that?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I agree.
Dennis would have contained.
He would have contained.
He could have guarded him on the outside and on the inside. He would have contained LeBron, bro.
And LeBron would have got frustrated because of how physical Dennis Rodman was.
You act like LeBron is not physical.
No.
Come on, man.
Bro, I'm having a hard time with them. With them flops, bro, I'm having a hard time.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the flops, right? Let's talk about the flops, right? So if you got how tall LeBron? What, like
6'8"?
You got a 6'8", 260 dude, right? And let's say he go into the lane and somebody is a point guard, 6'4", 200,
right?
And he fouls him. Is the ref gonna call that foul?
I don't know.
Is the ref gonna call that foul?
Let me answer the question.
Probably not. But did he get fouled?
Yeah,
absolutely got fouled.
So our problem isn't the fact.
You still need to address the flops, though.
What about it?
No, not for real. Because that's what I was going to say. It's the acting that's the problem. So if I get popped in my mouth going to the lane, most guys gonna be like, oh man, I'm like, yo, LeBron puts on the acting clearly. You know what I mean? He understands now.
So you talking about the theatrics? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you the theatrics, but if you get fouled and it's not called, then
he feels like he has to act because when he gets fouled all the time, it's not being called. I already knew that.
Exactly.
That argument, which is fair nowadays because
if you, bro. And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. So put that mindset back in the day with Jordan's crew. That ain't flying. Matter of fact, you gonna get less calls.
See, y'all need to watch the footage because we have this idea that back in the 90s it was a whole different, and everybody is going in the lane, choking each other and closing each other, and with no fouls called, and that is not true. That is not true. It's not true. Did it happen sometimes? Yes, it happens sometimes. But we make it think that every game it was like football out there, and that is not true. Matter of fact, you can pull up footage right now of Jordan playing the bad boy Pistons, and he going down the lane, and they literally move out the way and let him go to the cup.
They want to get dunked.
Literally,
that's different.
Regardless,
the same footage. Yes, with Jordan clothes on. They have interviews. They literally have interviews about how physical the bad boy Pistons were. Okay. They have interviews of them.
You can't stop at the 90s. You got to go back to the 80s, bro. You got to come. You know what I mean? The late 80s.
What I'm saying is that wasn't happening every time somebody went in the lane. That was not happening every game. That was not happening as regularly as we make it think it was. That's my point. Was it happening? Yes. Did it happen every time? No, it did not.
It happened more times than it do now, though.
Okay,
That's
so what?
Way more. I'd say way more.
Okay, so what?
What you mean?
So what?
So
His
dominance decreases. That's the what?
Oh, so what about Jordan's dominance in this era, where we have way more intricate defensive schemes? Just because it's not as physical, don't mean that's not better. Back then, they were a lot more physical, but it was a lot simpler back then. All you had to do is get past your man. You get past your man, you in there.
Copy of Michael Jordan, right?
Who is?
DeMar DeRozan.
You think so?
I was gonna say Kobe Bryant.
DeMar DeRozan is a carbon copy. That mid-range monster.
I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, he didn't have the slashing ability.
And see,
Hold on, but let me say this though. Alright, let me just say this. Okay. If you look at Jordan bread and butter play, I'm sorry, I had to. If you look at Jordan bread and butter play, right? It was like an ISO. They would just clear out because
That's it.
You couldn't do
That's
zone.
it. That is
no
it.
zone.
That's a good point.
And that's the Jordan rule. So then Jordan started crying about that, right?
No, the league changed it because
The game got boring. That's what happened.
you know what I mean.
Tracy
He didn't start
McGrady
crying.
started crying about that. Tracy McGrady started crying.
But the whole zone, like, defenses nowadays are a lot more intricate than defense was back then.
Listen,
A lot more. Now I'm gonna say it's more physical. Now I'm saying it's more intricate now.
Jordan on the team right now, like the role players will be getting wide open shots all the time because they'll have to triple team, quadruple team. It will be like it will be hard.
I would say the same for LeBron because he's a great player.
Not with the
great passer.
zone. Not with the zone defense, bro.
LeBron's a great
With the
passer.
zone, with the zone, because if you do a 2-3 zone, 2-3 clogs the middle. You know what I mean? That's why it leaves the outside shooters wide open.
And there's a lot of argument for this because I'm starting to think now about the coaching. Like LeBron didn't have Phil.
No, of course not.
That's true.
He didn't.
Of course
He didn't
not.
have Phil.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
LeBron ain't have any
LeBron was
coach.
almost his own coach,
Right.
Yeah.
To a large degree. I'll
I
give him
better
that
put
credit.
respect on Eric Spoelstra's name.
Oh,
Actually, Eric Spoelstra has
Yeah.
proven himself to be a good coach because
But
he made it to the
wasn't Phil.
finals.
He wasn't Phil.
He wasn't Phil, but he's still a good coach, though. We got. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
I ain't taking nothing away from Eric Spoelstra. I mean,
Yeah.
he did his thing. But again, I mean, like I said, like the argument can be made both ways. Here's my only problem with the argument, though. My problem with the argument is, like I said, we like to idolize Jordan, and we always look at what Jordan did right because it was so long ago. So we look at the stats and all the accomplishments, but we watch LeBron today, and we see LeBron's errors. So we judge LeBron on his failures and judge Jordan on his
I
successes.
agree with that.
And
I agree with that.
that's my problem.
I agree with that.
That's my problem.
I was just making an argument for Jordan being the GOAT. I'm from Chicago, grew up watching Joe. I bought the VH. I didn't buy my mom
Hey, listen, you
bought
can't
the
deny greatness,
VHS.
man.
You can't deny greatness. You can't deny
VHS
greatness.
learning to fly. You know what I'm saying?
People were in awe of Jordan.
Yes.
And when LeBron's like, oh yeah, he good, he great, he yeah.
Well, I think LeBron might be up there though.
There's no awe though.
Ain't no might be, man.
There's no
Ain't no might
awe.
be.
There's
Ain't no
no
might
awe.
be.
No, I
I'm
think
6'8",
it is, though.
240. You're supposed to do
But
that.
no, exactly, and that's the problem. What you said right there. You're supposed to do that. People got so used to LeBron being great. It's like, oh, okay. LeBron's out. He'll average 27 and a half for a season. It's like, oh, okay. Somebody else do it. Oh, he the MVP. But LeBron's like,
Yeah, I will say LeBron got robbed a couple times. LeBron did get robbed.
We're used to it. Like you said, that's what he's supposed to do. So it's like,
yeah, this ain't a LeBron hate channel either. Yeah, I mean, this ain't a LeBron hate channel.
not at
so
all.
we just wanted to keep it light for y'all. I mean, you know, we talk about a lot of heavy things here at the Dawgs. So you know, we are some sports enthusiasts. You know, you can tell. You know, so you have to wrap it up. Before we wrap it up, Carter, you just came through. You know, so anything on your mind, right quick, man?
Yeah, man. Pretty much family. Family is on my mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our men are missing in the family.
Okay.
Let's make sure we shore that thing up, guys. I know it gets hard, you know, it gets rough, it gets tough, but there's blessings. There are blessings that come in the family. And so do all you can to take care of yours and stay protected and maintain and stay in there and just continue to look up for there's help in the community.
Indeed.
Absolutely. And before we go, I would be remiss.
Oh my goodness!
I would be remiss if I did not show y'all the score right quick. My Knicks, can you focus on that right quick? Focus on that. Focus on it. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter who it is.
Drummond or without
It don't matter who it is.
Or without
It don't matter who it
They
is.
got the
Yo,
they got AI playing for them.
Focus on this for me right quick.
Miami doing it too.
Focus on this for me right quick,
Miami doing it too.
Man, what's that Pacers
I ain't
and
focusing
Spurs
All right.
score?
Anyway, the score is
Miami.
121-77 right now. My Knicks all over Detroit.
Miami doing it right now too.
All over Detroit. All right, but